Hey guys, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. They've been releasing a bunch of DLC and I've been enjoying it. And I decided, hey, I'm going to record a video where I grab a car that I bought from auction, fix it up, and sell it. And we're going to go ahead and keep track of the money that I spent, not only on the car, but on the parts of the car, and what I will make. Any profit I make after I sell the car, as well as any of the leftover junk parts. This is the car we're going to be working on. It is a Mercedes Benz 560 SEC, nice V8 powered coupe from Mercedes back before they started building unreliable shit, at least in my opinion. So they made good stuff up until like the 80s, 90s when them and Chrysler merged. Okay, enough of the rant. So we're going to go ahead and take this car apart, fix it up, put it back together, and sell it. So first things first, take the hood. We're going to get these headlights out, then front bumper, front fender. And I'm not doing this side because it was pre-stripped at auction. So get the tail light and the rear bumper. So pretty much now the car is at least stripped of the body panels that I can remove. I mean, I can't take the seats out of the car because of Car Mechanic Simulator. So let's go ahead, move the car onto the lifter. And one thing we also do is we are going to get rid of this hideous, like, bright teal. I mean, it just does not suit this car justice. We might make the car a much nicer color. But first things first, we're going to go ahead, pull the battery out, and then we're going to go ahead and just start tearing this car apart. We're going to start, take out the motor and then take out the suspension as we go. Actually, first thing we're going to do before we take it apart is we're going to go ahead, get the car up in the air, and we're going to take off the entire exhaust. Alright. Get these front exhaust pipes out. So it's the only thing left is the headers. And it's okay, there you go, drive shaft. I have to pull the drive shaft apart. Yeah, pull the drive shaft out of the car. And since we're already under here, we'll go ahead and take the transmission out as well. Why did it put me all the way back here? Suspension. Alright, get the starter off so we can pull our transmission out. And when we rebuild the car, we're going to be putting some bit better parts in it to give the car a little bit more power. Bring the car from when it was built up to the 21st century. Pull the clutch, pull the flywheel. Alright, since we're under here, we'll pull the oil filter and we'll drain the oil out of the motor. Alright, hopefully not make a fucking mess. I'm good at making a mess of this, so. Oh, I don't want that. I want that. Ah! Fuck. Well, we can add a $100 cost onto that. And I'm just going to oil spill. Alright. Put that down, so I wrote that down so I don't forget it. Alright, throw that there. And anyway, let's go ahead, put the car back down and get the engine. Actually, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to pull the oil pan now, so I can have access to pull the pistons out, so I don't have to put the car up and down, up and down, up and down 100 times. At least more than I have to. Save at least one. Alright, so where shall we begin? Well, first things first, I'd pull the radiator and pull the radiator fan off the car. There we go. Get our fan belts off, pull the pulleys off, pull the water pump. Alright, crankshaft pulley, and then we'll get our alternator and power steering pump off. Come off, there we go. Distributor cover, the ignition wires, go ahead, pull our air filter. The mechanical fuel injection, airflow sensor. Oh, this intake manifold looks very bad, but we'll go ahead and get the... What, did I miss one? Oh yes, I missed the front clip. Get the distributor out. Alright, let's go ahead and get our intake manifold out. There's our fuel filter. We'll go ahead and grab that sensor right here. Pull that off. Pull off the... Get the anti-lock brake pump and module out of our way so we can access the side of the motor better. Go ahead, pull the exhaust manifold off. We'll be putting a nice pair of headers on here. I think we'll be able to. Alright, that's off. Let's go ahead and get the valve covers off. Alright, this is our timing cover. Go ahead and pull that off as well. And then we'll get this side apart, then we'll really get this engine torn apart. Alright, header off. Spark plugs out. Ugh. I won't be surprised if this thing tries to break in half when I pull it off the car. Alright, so timing chain, timing gear, ignition distributor. And we gotta pull these sprockets out. Very intricate system here. Alright, now you can get our timing chain out. We could pull our cam gears out. And then pull these bearings out so we can get the cams out. Alright, we got one side. Come on, I'm clicking on the right thing, you fuck. Alright, there we go. And now we got the cam out. Now we'll repeat the process on this side if the game will let me and not be fucking retarded. There we go. Alright, two more. Alright, last one. Then we got this really shitty cam out. Yeah, that cam is shot. Pull our heads off. At least pull the heads off the motor. Alright, heads are off. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and pull the brake servo out while I'm up here. Pull our pistons out. And we're going to put some real... Again, we're not going to be reusing a lot of this. We're going to be replacing a lot of these parts with better suited parts for a powerful Grand Tour like we have. So let's go back under here. Pull our bearing caps off for the crank. And then we can pull the crank out and... Alright, there we go. Crankshafts out. Let's go back up top. Yeah, let's go up top, pull the motor out, and then we'll start pulling our suspension components out. Oh. Alright, and the block's out. Now we got just a basic rolling chassis. We're going to go ahead and put it back up in the air and strip the rest of the components off the car. Get these wheels off. Alright. Okay, so far so good. This car is going to be pretty nice when it's done. Alright. Get the outer and inner tie rods off. Get this lower suspension arm off so we can drop the spindle off of the car. Alright, there we go. Let's go to this side and do the same thing. This game does get very repetitive. And understandably so. I mean, a lot of these cars are put together very similar. I mean, the Mercedes, this Mercedes, as well as I believe there's a 300 SL, so the Mercedes Goings in here. And both cars, I mean, they are put together relatively the same. However, they also have extra bit pieces that make the car more Mercedes-like. And I'd almost say in the aspect that it is just more fucking complicated to pull apart and put back together. At least when it comes to the engines. The rest of the drivetrain and suspension, it's just like any of the other cars that are in game. Alright, we're gonna pull this guy out. This guy out. And there's our front subframe. Alright, now we just got the rear subframe and our fuel tank. Let's go ahead and pull this wheel off and start stripping the rear subframe apart. Alright, come on, rear drive axle, get the wheel bearing, brake caliper, brake pads, brake disc, the hub. No, and actually I see a problem right there. There, you cannot see the fucking differential. No wonder. No wonder this car went to auction. There's no rear diff. Oh no! Alright, pull the spring out, the shock. Okay. Get these arms off, the bushings. Alright. Pull this bushing out. Alright, so far so good. And then that's that. Alright, now we'll come over and get this side apart. Then we'll drop the cross member out, drop the fuel tank, and we'll be done with the teardown of our 560. I'm actually doing it this way because I think this is a better way to do it. Alright, hubs off. Pull the rear springs out. Rear spring, rear shock. Get the sway bar end link and the sway bar. Then pull this arm out and the bushing, the upper, this guy. That leaves us with this trailing arm. Pull it off. And now our rear spindle. Now let's go ahead and get these bushings up so we can drop the cross member. Alright. Cross member is out. Fuel pump, fuel tank, and that's it. So that is our stripped out Mercedes F560 SEC. I mean, a little bit of surface rust shouldn't be too hard to fix up. And again, we will be putting this car in the paint shop, giving it a nice new shiny coat of paint. So, hope you guys enjoyed the teardown. Stay tuned for the next video, and it will be putting this big bad car back together. So, and hopefully I will have not gone mad by trying to repair everything and seeing what is not been repaired that needs to be replaced. Woo! Alright, so until next time, guys, have a good one.